Hey, it's David Baer, and in today's video, I want to talk about how to utilize artificial intelligence to help you through a decision-making process. So I have a whole bunch of different business framework prompts that I've put together, and for this, we're going to use the Eisenhower matrix. If you're not familiar with the Eisenhower matrix, basically it's a box with 4 quadrants where you figure out the difference between the most urgent and important, all the way down to the least urgent and completely unimportant items, so that you know how to prioritize the things that you're doing. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the prompt, the base prompt here, and we'll head over to ChatGPT and drop it in here. Now, I'm going to add a couple of additional details. So it says, act as a time management expert. The idea here is, again, we're prioritizing the time, in this case, that we're going to devote to different tasks, right? Utilizing the Eisenhower matrix to methodically categorize different tasks or components related to, and then I need to fill this in. And the more detail I give it, the better. And then the answer, or the rest of this is based on their urgency and importance. And so I'm going to put something that I'm actually working on right now related to the upcoming launch of Direct Mail Insiders, a membership and coaching program for marketing agencies and service providers. And I'm actually going to change this slightly because I want to tell it more. So related to the following, right, now I can actually give it more detail, and it's going to make more sense. I kind of like things cleaned up. Frankly, you don't need to clean these things up in ChatGPT. It'll figure it out itself. Okay. The content is not let's say the content is mostly done, but the membership needs to be filled. There are only 4 of the 36 seats currently claimed. I think that's probably all I need to tell it, and it'll help me from this point on. Now, I want to show you one other thing, which is over here in my custom instructions, I actually have given it details about how verbose, how detailed it should be in its response. And so I have these instructions here. I'm going to, I've told it basically on a scale of 0, no verbosity, to high verbosity at 5, I'm going to tell it to give me a highly verbose response simply by saying V equals 5. So now I'm, again, asking it to assess this situation by prioritizing how I spend my time addressing the particular need that I have. And I've asked it to be particularly verbose. So it's now going to give me a very detailed answer. It's talking about, it's explaining first what the Eisenhower matrix is, based on 2 axes, urgency and importance. Tasks are categorized into 4 quadrants, then it explains what the 4 quadrants are. Then it is saying that it's making certain assumptions, that the launch date is imminent but not specified. I could have told it that we're launching at the beginning of October 2023. I forgot to do that. It now is giving me the details on what should be in each quadrant. So finalizing the sales funnel, I've already done that. Immediate outreach to high-value prospects. That's interesting. How do I identify a high-value prospect? Well, that's a question that I can then follow up and say, can you explain what a high-value prospect might be? And ask it, do you have any additional or questions for me so that you can, better guide me to how to do this? Abandoned cart strategy. I think we actually have that. Critical bug fixes, not really an issue. So I have not given it, all of the details that it needs, but it's giving me some very interesting things that I had not considered, some of which I actually should consider at this point. So that's a great start to thinking about how to prioritize. And if, for some reason I don't like the answers to this, I could go back and I could say the upcoming launch in 30 days, right? I could also say the best path to selling this is not through ads, but personal connections and relationships. I'm making that up, but I'm just giving it additional details so that it will think about how to prioritize these results a little bit differently. So now it's, again, giving me sort of the context for the answer because I've asked it to be highly verbose. It's now giving me a little bit more guidance, and now it's going to give me the results. Okay, so it's still going with this reaching out to high-value contacts, finalizing the sales pitch and materials. Those are already done. Quality control of content. That's sort of interesting. Network building for future cohorts. Now, again, I didn't say that we were doing this in cohorts, but it made some assumptions. Refinement of coaching curriculum. I don't see why that's so important, except it says there's always room for improvement. Strategic partnership building. That also is something that makes a lot of sense to me. Okay. So again, this is, I think, a very useful approach, one of many different frameworks that you might use to guide you through how to make decisions in your business. If you're looking for help in leveraging AI in your business, please reach out to me. I'm happy to chat and see how I can help. My name is David Baer with AI Coterie.